What is crack-a-lackin' everyone? This is Renel Z coming back at you with another Hawkeye Star video, and today we will be doing something very, very special. So, as you guys should have seen by now, we have a very nasty looking Silver Wolf. She is E0S1 currently, but we have the other two Eidolons for E2. So, what we're gonna do, we'll do some testing in Anomaly Arbitration. We will be doing E0S1, we will be doing E0S0, so like fully free to play, and then I guess we'll do E1S1 and E2S1, just to get a feeling of what she feels like at all these levels, just see if she really is worth it or not. Now, do note that I don't have E6 for Trailblazer here, nor do I have Yao Guang, but I think this is another reason. I want to see how viable that Silver Wolf is with her own merit, and not just being glazed by the entire team. I mean, obviously I would love to run Yao Guang, but we don't really have her, so this is what we got for now. But let us get right into it. Okay, so we'll start E0S1 with this, and then we'll go E0S0 with the Mushy Shroomy, and then we'll start putting the Eidolons in, and then when we start putting Eidolons in, we'll give her comeback. But just full transparency, we will be using Mushy Shroomy for her E0S0. Actually, you know what? So we'll do E0S0 right now, and then we'll do E0S1. So let's put this on right now. And just so you guys know, I'm not lying to you. We're not running any Eidolons for the limited characters. And then we're running this new light cone from the event, just so we have something for Sparksy to do. It feels like this will be pretty decent as well for her. Because another reason I didn't use the new Herda Shop Elation Cone, because it's talking about how you want to use a Scalar Ultimate on one ally character, and guess what? The ult on one ally character is for Trailblazer specifically. I mean, I guess you could argue Yao Guang would want this as well for a free-to-play option, but as it stands, I think this is the best way to do it. And then Hyacine is just Hyacine. We do have Ho-Ho, but she's not leveled, so we'll just be rocking it like that today. But let us get right into it. Alright, so we will be using the Sparksy Knight for today, just so we can, have a punching bag. I'm curious to see how this goes, honestly. I'm very curious. Hopefully it'll go well. I'm having fun with Silver Wolf quite a bit so far. Let me turn off autoplay. Okay, so we'll just be comparing like at the end of all these fights, as in once we are done, like we'll see how many cycles it took for each clear. I feel like that's the best way to do this. We could have done APOC as well, I guess, but I figured Anom would be better. And then I'll be playing her the exact same every single time, by the way, so we're going to pretty much use EMC's ult to get Silver Wolf back into her ult. I won't be using it for damage like I could otherwise be doing. Edging out that little itty bit of damage is pretty useful on certain occasions. It's just whether or not it's a good idea. But like I said, I'll be using it, like right now, we're going to be using it to get Silver Wolf back into her ult. Okay. I did not mean... whatever. Alright. Did not really mean to do... I didn't think we were going to need more. That kind of sucks, actually. Okay, I'll remember that for later. Then I'll start focusing on just the mecha guy. First instance of our enhanced basic. 729. Okay, I'll keep that marked down. I do think people are underselling her, definitely. I mean, that's another thing, like, considering the team is what it is, like, I think she is doing pretty well. The only thing is like, we really don't have the best sustain, and, like, we're kind of using Quoho, I mean, not us specifically, but the community is using Quoho as, like, a stand-in for the true relation sustain that's going to be later on. Hopefully they don't release whoever that is too soon. People think it's going to be Pearl, and I kind of agree, honestly. I would be down for Pearl on this team. It would be pretty fun. And then we jump up to 984. Do this. Should be able to break that mecha enemy. I mean, so far so good. I mean, we're definitely not in... We're not making the best time ever. But I mean, if we can even clear this before the 0 cycle ends, I think that'll be pretty good. Last enhanced basic. What are we looking at this time? 574. You know, I do think one of them was broken in one of our last enhanced basics, though, to be fair. I've been using Silverwolf like full E0 this entire time, so I am really excited to see how she starts ramping up with her Eidolons. Dang, she already got... Alright. Second wave not doing as... Or not second wave, second... ult not doing it quite as much, but we went with less, what was it, MMR? Than last time. I guess I'll use it. I was gonna save it for... Like, we have such a long time on Silverwolf, though. I think we'll be okay. We should have enough time to loop back around. The hardest thing to remember here is definitely going to be what I did on EMC. Okay, so we got through it with the 0 cycle. Still there, that's good. Alright. Back into Sparksy. Not back into Sparksy, we just got to Sparksy. What am I talking about? I am a little curious about if she's actually going to be able to deal enough damage here. Because I'm a little worried about that, not gonna lie. Okay, you know what? I'll fully admit it, I misplayed there. I thought we would have... I guess Silverwolf was so much faster than EMC that I should have just held it. Yeah, she's at 146, and then Silverwolf gets faster when she get... Oh. Oh well. It's fine. That was definitely a misplay on my part. I'm not... Will fully admit that. I really thought we would have had more, you know, time before then, but not quite what happened. So he's definitely missing out on a bit of downtime right now. Or uptime, rather. Opposite of that. Unless... I mean, close enough, I guess, but not quite. We are out of freaking SP. That's great. Yeah. Alright, this should probably be the lowest damage we have so far because we're just going into it with really small amount. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of worried about this damage. I don't know if we make it. We're only at 50%. Was Anam a little bit too much to chew? Ugh, I thought it would have been fun. Dude, 27 MMR, huh? Ugh. Well, I'm certainly feeling the effects of not having Silverwolf's Cone for sure. Was there some S1 propaganda, I guess? I'm not really sure why my game's stuttering. I apologize for that. Okay. Yeah, we didn't even deal enough damage that time. That's crazy. Wow, was Anom too much to ask? I really thought we would have been able to handle it. I mean, I guess it's the difference. I got 2-star with S1 on Silverwolf, so having less than that, you know, her damage, I guess, is a lot lower than it should be. Alright, well, I guess we should have gone with APOC after all. Lesson learned. A lot of times I feel like the end game stuff isn't like the best showcase of these character strengths, so I thought APOC would be better, but I guess not. Yeah, this is it's kind of rough, eh? I'm not trying to make Silverwolf look bad, by the way. I just don't think I guess APOC Anom is just a lot harder this time around. I guess I'll say this, at low investment, I do think Yaoguang is going to be very important. I mean, you guys are seeing it right here. So, I mean, I think the bare minimum for most of these teams nowadays is, at least in Anomaly Arbitration, you want E0S1. But having less than that is like, not the best ever. Well, on the bright side, this should be able to get us out. You're joking. Oh boy. Wow, okay. 2% is nuts, game. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if we're really clearing this per se, but we'll get we'll get one phase. I guess that doesn't make sense though. I'd 2-star this with S1, not S0. No hate to Mushy Shroomy, but it's definitely not the best thing compared to a cone that is intended for that specific character, right? I think we can at least get to the next phase here though. Right, Silverwolf? Yeah, okay. Yep, get her back in there. Yeah, this was tough even when I had S1, so I'm a little curious if we're even going to clear that damage threshold in the first place. 40, okay. Yay! Oh, I mean, I guess this, honestly, this is a truly free-to-play team, though. So I guess expectations have to be tempered in, right? Because, like, again, there's... The only one that even has anything limited on her is freaking Hyacinth, and she's not necessarily Annihilation Sustain. Almost to ult. We're right there, man. Okay, we'll do this, and then we'll go into ult. Otherwise, we'd be wasting a turn. Yeah, she's not hitting that hard, bro. I know it looks like it in the 606 here, but... Eee. Yeah, 1%, not really that good here. 20. It's looking a little... I don't know, man. It's looking a little rough. I will say, I don't have the best relics on these characters ever, but like they're fully serviceable, so... Oh, we made it, but it's 0 left. You have 0 cycles remaining. All the double aha instant kind of made have saved us a little bit there. It's kind of crazy how a lot of times Sparksy's Elation Skill does more damage than Silverwolf's. Very interesting. Hopefully we get a lot of freaking punchline here. I mean, maybe? Maybe? There's a chance. There's definitely a chance. Silverwolf and freaking Sparks are gonna have to carry here. Okay, yeah, we somehow made it. Yeah, we made it. I mean, hey, for a free-to-play team, being able to clear Anomaly Arbitration, I think that's not too bad. You want to say, no, I don't want to. Just leave it, bruh. Okay, so now we'll do E0S1. So basically, we had 0 cycles remaining, so yeah. But for a completely free-to-play team, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like, yeah, I might have spent money on this team specifically. The investment for this, though, like, a free-to-play player could 100% handle this. 100%. Nothing here is, like, that hard to get. There's, like, one extra cost here with Hyacinth. And she's not even that necessary to this team, either. Alright, let's pop on her cone, and then we'll go in again. Okay, so we'll put on her cone now. Now, normally I would have put Mushy Shroomy on a different character, but I just want to make, like, this is the only thing that's changed. It's the fact that Silverwolf has her cone. That's... Normally I would have put Mushy Shroomy on Sparksy, though. But I want to keep things exactly the same and just, like, incrementally jump everything up in power level. But let's go. Alright, E0S1 time. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. So if everything goes as it did last time when I did this stage, we should get 2 stars just based off of how I cleared last time. I guess I should show the difference between, like, what else she gets. So she's faster here, so she just gets more turns. And then she also ignores targets defense a little bit with her Elation skill. And when she ults, she gets 28 punchline, which, you know, pretty good. I guess, well, It resets after 3 basics. So basically, every time she pops ult, she gets 20 punchline, which is cool. So, I mean, there's quite a bit that she was missing out on with Mushy Shroomies. Again, no hate to Mushy Shroomy, but it's not exactly a replacement for a lot of these, you know, cones that would require your pulls. I mean, hey, Sparksy's been doing very well with the... See, like, we didn't even need to rock the EMC thing right here, but I'm going to play it the exact same. So we actually will be using that for a little bit more. Let's go here. Come on, EMC. See, look. EMC is like way slower. Okay, that works. Okay. Should be over 1 million here. 992, close. Okay, well that's a different thing than last time. Unfortunately, they got into their quantum resistant state. We're not trying to play the exact same as last time. Okay, he's down. Mecha guy should be coming up out of his enhanced state soon. Yeah, like right there. Oh, just in time, no less. Wow. And then 1.8 mil that time. So we're getting way more damage this time around. I mean, again, a limited light cone for the character specifically does mean quite a bit. And honestly, technically I misplayed here by doing what I did. Like, I should have just went into Silver Wolf ult immediately, but that's not what I did. See, like, we're already on Sparksy. Yeah, so we got a free 1 million on Sparksy there. Okay, let's do this. Get her back. Oh, I forgot to mark the freaking AV down. Hold on, real quick. Okay. Whatever, I'll just go back afterwards in the freaking footage and we'll add everything up and I'll show you guys at the end, I guess. We'll do it that way. ASAP! Okay. Believe I did it like this last time. So you guys can see we're already getting a lot more damage off just by her only having her cone. All the only difference. And look, she has less MMR this time around as well. And she's dealing quite a bit more damage. Yeah, she did 20% with her relation skill right there. And we just got out of Zero Cycle, mind you. Just got out of it, mind you. We should be able to clear that damage threshold pretty easily for this one. Because remember, we failed this the last time we tried it with Mushy Shroomy. Yeah, we got it. Easy. And now guess what? We get to save this for Sparksy. I believe we have one more in our enhanced state. One more turn. The one thing it's a little bit unfortunate, I can't really use EMC ult the way we did it last time because of how the fight has advanced. I wanted to use it for damage here just to keep it consistent, but I'm pretty sure Silverwolf's gonna run out of it before we get there. Sure. $2.2 mil. Okay. There we go. Almost. Okay, we should be able to clear this segment. That's good. I think we got 22% here pretty easily. Come on, girls. Alright. Really? Silverwolf, come on, girl. You can be doing a little bit better than that. Hopefully Sparksy has us for 4%. Alright. Can we, hopefully this is enough. I would rather not go into that freaking domain just yet. There we go. Nice, and actually kind of saved us there. We would have had it with Sparksy ult here, though. Yep, get her back. Yeah, the subfield enemies are quite tanky this time. Well, just in this fight, I suppose. We're already making way better time with just the single change that we made. So I definitely am seeing the reason why you would want Yaguang though. EMC is a good tool to have, but if you think about it this way, we were getting a double aha instant. Yaguang makes that triple. Then you have 3 sets of elation skills, which is just like kind of nuts. Please tell me you're about to get your ult. Oh. How close are we? It's like a basic off. I don't know, man. Well, we get... Okay. Fine. Love that Sparksy's skill gives us back a freaking point. Oops. Skill point. I believe we're right on the precipice of getting our ult. We have enough. Okay, so you know I actually can't replicate that now. I think we're gonna... We will use it for damage. It's just gonna be way later in the time frame than I wanted it to be. Let's do this. Let's not waste any energy here, actually. Hopefully this is a lot. Alright, not too bad. That sword did so much damage, jeez. Yeah, so definitely you want the sword to be going off on the bosses just for the extra true damage. Anything else is more so meant for the random enemies on the sides. But like, we want sword here. Didn't get it. Well, the bomb to recover skill points is good too. All these are pretty good, I guess. Okay, a casual 3.4 mil. I know Sparksy's weakened the boss, but still kinda cool to see that number. Okay, so 2 cycles with 35 AV should be our final. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Now, now, activate that little E1. So what's going to be different this time around? While she's in her old state, they're just going to take more damage, period. Which, alright, bro. And then, as if that wasn't good enough, when she exits her ultimate state, instead of losing every single point, she retains 20% of MMR, so she just gets to go back into her ult more and more and more. So it's just more uptime, essentially. Alright, let's do it. Like I said, no other changes. Nothing else has changed. Everything else is exactly the same. There should be an even faster clear time. Because, you know, it'll mean we're just straight up getting more damage this time. Plus, higher uptime. Let's do it. It would be nice to be able to 3-star this night stage, though. Just with E2S1, that'd be quite nice. Okay. Do this. Get on the board, Ika. Oh, I forgot to check about the freaking overcap crit rate here. So 34. Yeah, already. Again, we're playing the exact same, like I said, so we're gonna wait for Trailblazer ult here. She's a little bit too far down for my liking, but I'm trying not to change anything. It's just what they're doing is what they're doing. Do here. Hopefully the Peacock hits EMC. That's not EMC, bro. Alright, cool. Also, we have Sparksy ult. I don't think we had it that early last time. Okay, so this time, we're looking at... how much? 1.22 mil. Already. Just off the first freaking hit. Like, already we're dealing, like... we have an extra 300k damage here. Just based off of the E1 existing. That's all that we've changed here. Okay, let's do this. So imagine this team with just Yao Guang instead of EMC. It would be even better. Yeah, 1 million. Okay, second hit. Oh my god! Did she hit for 2 million? Oh my god. Gee. Dude, she's... okay, I know this is mostly elation chilling, right? But because I want her to look good instead of like horrible, right? But I'm not trying to glaze her that much. I'm just doing a modern boss. That's the main thing. But she hit for 2 million on these just random elite enemies. And I think we're already... yeah. And now we get free loot boxes on top of that. Oh, that kind of sucked. Okay, so this time it's the subfield. These fights are advancing a little bit differently. But let's see how much you can do on the subfield here. I mean, if she can even do 30% here, I'll be happy. 340. I mean, I don't know, man. This she's quite a bit more powerful, I would say. Look, and then 38 MMR going out of it. And so, guess what? Guess what? Her elation skill, boom. Okay, get me back in there. Get her back. Oh, I need her back. Give her back. So even the E1 is nuts. Mind you, I don't even think these enemies are imaginary weak. Yeah, I don't think they are. No, they're not. So she's just doing this much damage without all this. It's interesting that the Spark Sea boss was actually a little bit faster this time around, though. As in, we weren't able to get... wow, what am I trying to say here? We weren't able to get in a hit on her with Silver Wolf like we were last time. Alright, like I said, last time we used this for damage, so we'll just do it again this time. 350. Only 7 is a little bit unfortunate. Hopefully, before her first damage tick, we get to go out. Dang it. But we get to save these next 2 instances of damage. And 94. Oh. What's that? A hot instant for us? Wow. I don't know, man. See, like, all we did was 1, and I'm having a great time now. Again, we just are about to get out of the 0 cycle, and she's 52% health left. Like, come on, dude. This character is pretty nuts, even with just the investment that we have. Mind you, I'm gonna E2 S1 everyone on her optimal team, so imagine what that looks like. Eventually. I'm gonna guess 3 million here. 2.7, I was a little bit off. See, even E1 just keeping the MMR is so good. Look, 36 points. Then we just immediately get the aha instant and we get to go back in there. So it's like, yeah, it's a fair amount of investment at E2S1, but like, it doesn't seem like you really need Yao Guang once you have that level, which is honestly really good. I think that's a good design. Not needing a support that badly. You know, it'd be really nice if we got to go to the next phase. Right here. No. No thank you. I don't want to go back in the freaking portal yet. Not the portal, the subfield. Oh, it forces us to use it? That sucks. Ah! I was hoping it wouldn't have made us use all instances of that there. Oh, I should have saved it for... oh well, whatever. Misplay on my part, definitely. We might be able to 3-star at this time, actually. Just with the E1. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know, man. that. I think I already used it for damage, so we'll just use it to reset next time. Although, we could use it for damage here. Just some, you know, we could. But, thankfully we saved it. 19. I think we actually just have it off rip. No, we're one off. Are you kidding me? Okay, we got. It's fine. Golly. Okay, she's going in with a what, 100 MMR? I did not mean to freaking predict that like I'm some sort of clairvoyant MF because it's 100 AV or 100 MMR right there. Alright. It is taking a little bit longer than I'd like to get out of this freaking state right here, though, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't really matter. You know, just hit Sparksy. Ika's got us for the full debuffs anyway. Nice. Could we get 20? Nah, 15. Still good, though. I do love how Sparksy, the more skill points you put into her enhanced skill, the more toughness it takes off of the enemy. Assuming she has advantage, of course. Dang. Not quite there. Not quite. Still doing better than last time, though. Yeah. I would love to get this done before this cycle ends, just so we have, like, de facto proof that, you know, this is just a huge boost, which it is. Oh. I was hoping that last instant would... Never mind. I forgot about the double aha instant for some reason. Tell me that good stuff. Yeah, 1.2 mil. Oh, hey, another one. I want to say her MMR cap's 300. So, like, we're halfway there and we're not even really giving her best situation either. It's 300, right? Where is it? Ah. It doesn't seem like the overcap is helping us that much. I don't see. I would love to know this. Do let me know if you guys have knowledge of this. But I think the overcapping here on the 103% is just not helping us. Like the 3.4% is just being wasted. As in, it's not being made into extra crit damage through her MMR. Because, you know, it's preventing 0 because we're overcapped. But I don't think taking off that freaking... I don't think the overcap is helping us and giving us crit damage here. I don't think it is. You guys let me know if... No, it would be nice. Just figured that out. We'll actually just use it for damage if we can get AMC ult before this cycle ends, which, I mean, we should be able to pretty easily. Oh, wow. Okay, dude. I mean, you guys are seeing this, right? It's like the E0S0 showcase. We had basically nothing left. We had no AV left. S1, we had 2 extra cycles remaining. I say extra, but you know, 2 cycles remaining, and then now we had 3 extra cycles remaining. We weren't super duper far off either from getting the 3-star, but we were pretty close. But let us punch in the amazing Eidolon. Again, nothing has changed. Not a single thing has changed. Not a dang thing has changed. Show cones real quick. And bam. Alright, that dude, I still cannot believe we got this lucky, bro. Freaking E2S1 for her first banner. I've never done this with any Hoyo character ever. I mean, ignoring the fact that I love the crap out of my, some Silver Wolf. I've never been that lucky to where it's just, oh yeah, I have enough pulls to get that. Because we didn't have enough pulls, but anyway. Just being a little happy about the game glazing me for once. Hopefully this gives us a 3-star. I mean, you guys would hope so, right? It's, what, 3 cost on Silverwolf? No, 4 cost. So 4 cost on Silverwolf, 5 costs, and then if you want to count the EMC, 6 cost. I'm not counting them though. So 4, 5, 7 cost. So, 7 cost. Oh, I forgot to say what E2 does. I mean, you guys could have paused to read that, I guess. Feel free to go back if you're curious. I should have stated it, though. I might add in a little segment. Okay. Like I said, we will wait for Trailblazer to get their ult. We're gonna go in with the buttload of MMR this time around. And then we should be rolling up on Sparksy ult as well. That's not who I wanted you to hit. Really? That was so unlucky. That was so unlucky. It's fine. That was super unlucky though. Alright, that'll work. Let's see how much you're going in with. 117. Oh my gosh, it's like Master Chief. I will note her damage is going to be a little bit worse here theoretically because this enemy still just went into their enhanced state. So this might be a little lower. Or maybe not, I don't know. On it again. Okay, so you got a back-to-back? That's how that works? Really? I thought it worked differently. Okay, so E2 gives you an extra turn. I forgot to mention that. That's the main thing. She gets an extra turn. The 1.2 mil and 1.5 mil. Alright, I'm just writing a few things down just so I can bring them up later. Okay, so we'll do this. We're actually gonna... Yeah, we'll do it this way. So then when Sparksy hits with the elation skill... Oh wait, no. Okay, wait, he's not out of the state yet? I thought he would have been out. Oh. I thought it was the second he takes the damage. I guess the way... elation skills work, it's a little different. Alright, cool. Okay, so 0 cycle, we have 117 AV left. Got it. Alright, see what we can do. My bad, Silverwolf. I'm glazing you for a second, alright? And this was 600k on the boss. Alrighty. Let's do this. You know, to be fair, like she lost 16% before we even went into her mechanics, so that's pretty good. Let's see. 630. Just kidding, get her back. Guys, I want Silverwolf back in action right now. Yeah, so that fourth turn, I mean, it's gonna be awesome because it's 4 turns instead of 3. I didn't know that's how that worked with the extra turn. I thought it was gonna be like put on at the end, like it's like 4 turns of Silverwolf doing what she's doing, as opposed to just being a back-to-back, because assuming that's how it works, we should be getting a second Silverwolf turn right here. Okay, well, we're gonna get the Yaha instant first. We haven't used it for damage yet, like I said I was going to, so we'll do this. Okay. Okay, so maybe I just missed it, but I thought it was right after. It must have just been the way the AV worked at that time. So there's her second turn. Oh, also she refreshes her buffs for that extra turn when she gets E2. That's one thing I also forgot to mention. Maybe she doesn't really need it that badly, but we'll do it. Okay, this should be turn 3. I'm pretty sure we're gonna... Yeah. I mean, you guys are seeing the difference, right? We got to the next phase and it's still 0 cycle. Oh man, dude, this is this is nuts, dude. 0 cycle hasn't even ended. And we're on the last phase. Well, I think it's safe to say we're gonna 3-star this. What do you guys think? I believe this is turn 4, actually. So I guess what it is, E1 fixes her uptime problems. I mean, obviously this is... I mean, I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, E1 fixes her uptime problems. I mean, this is assuming you have this team, right? You can obviously run Silverwolf in a worse spot, but why would you... I think the bare minimum is you have Sparksy. If not, then you release Sparksy with Yaguang, and then maybe you miss out on some punchline, but you can make up for it later on. I mean, ultimately, I don't think Yaguang or Sparksy are that replaceable, but since you just got what you got, you just gotta figure out what works for you. I think the most replaceable of them so far would be I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's Yaguang is the most replaceable. People tell me that, or people are saying that Sparksy is the most replaceable. I'm not sure I believe that, because I mean, you guys are seeing it, like we're instantly getting into our ult state now. That's because of Sparksy. That's mainly because of her. Yaguang, yeah, sure, definitely would help, but I don't know, man. Also, don't have Yaguang to directly compare, so I do expect that as a video when we do pick up Yaguang, whenever that is. Which one is more replaceable? Just getting the extra punchline just helps out Silverwolf so much, though, because it's directly tied to punchline. We should be getting out of this subfield pretty soon. %, huh? It kind of sucks. I was hoping we would have done... Please tell me you don't... Awesome. We got to save that extra 2 hits here. Okay. Alright, let's see it. Okay. I'm actually gonna save EMC ult here just in case. I think we're about to run out. Because we already used it for damage. Right? I think I did. Okay. 2.34 mil. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I saved that. Do I want the damage here, or do I want... Yeah, we still have Hyacinth's turn. Let's see what it looks like after this. 76. I think 2 hits of damage matters more than her getting a bit more. Okay, we'll do it that way. Let's just go for as much damage as we can, I guess. Hopefully we can clear this, like, right now and not have to wait. I think we should be in the clear, though. Yeah, 18%. I think we're good. Hopefully Sparksy does enough damage here, so we can... Okay, 10%. You can do that. Nice! There, hey, there's our 3-star. Hey, there's our 3-star. Okay. It only took, How much cost was that, real quick? It only took, the 2 costs there. It took, like, what, 4 cost, 5, like 7. Yeah, it was like 7 cost, guys. It's, I mean, honestly, if you think about it logically, right? You take off E2 and then you apply it to Sparksy Cone, you're probably having a better clear time. Or if you just have Yao Guang as well. So, I mean, considering that this is the only real... I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe right now this is unrelatable for E2S1. But once she gets a few reruns, I mean, you guys are seeing her power, right? The reminder, everything we have done is just punch an Eidolon in or give her a cone. And yeah, that's mainly because I wanted direct comparisons. But I mean, you guys are seeing her power spike, like, hugely. And I guess that's another thing. E1 and E2 tend to be the biggest, like, boosts to characters' kits, period. But you guys are seeing several of Eidolons are pretty freaking nutty. Especially, I mean, I think E1's probably... I mean, call me crazy. I feel like E1's better than E2 just for the uptime solution. It's like we're barely... There's basically... There were the actual... There... Wow. Wow. Okay. There was actual downtime at E0. There was. And maybe Yao Guang would have helped that. I'm sure she would have. But considering that we didn't have her, she had downtime at E0. E1 fixed that. E2, also nutty. You get an extra freaking turn, which... Nuts. But... You know... E2's nuts. E2's always nuts. But E1's just saving our downtime and making it into basically 0 downtime at all is just really, really good. Okay, so I forgot to mention this, but this is E2 for her. So after she enters her ult state, she extends the duration of all buffs on herself by 1 turn. And in the current ultimate state, for every 120 points of MMR that have increased, including the initial hit in MMR, so I believe this would be counting like when she goes into the ult. Unless this is talking about like every MMR she had before. Like let's say it's the second transformation, maybe it counts that too. I believe the way it's worded though leads me to believe that it is for every 120 points of MMR that is gained during this instance of the ult, as in, let's say you go in to the ult with 60 MMR, and then I want to see you lose a little bit of MMR just to get into the ult in the first place. I don't know if it says that or not, but I'm pretty sure you do. But let's say you go in with 60 MMR, but then you lost like, I don't know, the 20, so you went in with 80, so you ended up with 60, so it would count the 80 MMR, is my thinking. And then you only need 40 more after that. So basically you get 40 MMR in her ult from that point on, and then it would be fine. Even if the way it works is just she goes into the ult with the 60 MMR she needs to just be in that ult state in the first place, and you get 60 more. I mean, that's still fine, right? It's still, as long as it records it properly, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, once you have 120 points of MMR, what this will do is Silverwolf gets an extra turn, and she regains 1 use of her enhanced basic attack. So every 3 hits of damage for that instance of the enhanced basic is what we're talking about. So basically, you can think about it as, let's say you only have 120, right? If you only have 120 MMR, what will happen is that instead of getting 3 turns, you get 4 turns. And if you're at 240 MMR, you're gonna get 5 freaking turns in her enhanced state. Which is nuts. And yeah, that's all I needed to show you guys there. Pretty insane. Putting everything into perspective with Silverwolf, as you guys saw, she slowly got better and better as the fights went on. And judging by the enhanced basics, so E2S1 was a bit weird here, because, I mean, you guys see her damage went up like really sharp every time we put a cost in her, whether that be her cone or an Eidolon. But you guys do see the insane amount of damage that she was just getting for free. Just, well, I say free, I guess, but one Eidolon, it was giving her anywhere between 2 to 300k damage, generally speaking. As well as the fact where when the 0 cycle ended, at E0S0, we started with a 94% on the Sparksy boss, and then we went down to 85% with E0S1, with 32% left on the subfield, and then to 52% on phase 1 for Sparksy with E1S1. And then once we actually hit E2S1, we freaking just started the 0 cycle, or ended the 0 cycle rather, at 100% for phase 2. So we just cleared the full-on freaking phase. Ridiculous. And then when we cleared each different cost, I mean, you guys are seeing every single time we put an upgrade in, we gained bare minimum 1 cycle. Which is insane. Considering that we don't even have Yao Guang on this team, there's still space to grow too. Like, even if you ignore all of the E2's potential, like let's say you just rock E2S1 on Silverwolf and then E0S1 for everyone else, like that's insane. We have so much we can still do. Plus, the Elysian Sustain isn't even out yet. Also, we didn't even have Poho available either, which would have just bumped up the numbers even higher. Absolutely insane performance, remember. I am very pleased. You let me know what you guys think, and that will do it for our stats for this time. Well, I would say that Silverwolf is pretty freaking nutty. What do you guys say? Again, we're also overcapped on crit rate here, so I guess what we'll do right now is I'll show all of the team's relics, and you guys can just take a look. Or their stats, I guess. So again, my Silverwolf is not optimized yet. I really need to get her less crit rate and more speed. I want her to be at 200, but it doesn't seem like the current build we have going on is going to be able to do that. But anyway, then as you guys know, Silverwolf herself was leveling up throughout this showcase. It's pretty fun, actually. Yeah, I hope I get to do this more in the future, because it's really cool to just see the power increase, like in real time. Like, holy crap, we're actually like getting so much benefit off of just one Eidolon or one change. Really fun. So like I said, she has her cone, and then this is her stats. Like I said, I want to drop the crit rate a little bit to go more into speed, but that's not how we have it right now, unfortunately. Sparksy, we used this the entire time. The new cone for this Cosmicon event. I think it's Cosmicon. Everybody else is E0 besides Silverwolf, and as you guys know, she leveled up throughout the showcase, so everybody else is E0. Go back to Sparksy's stats. So, and I think once she gets into battle, she gets a bit more crit rate. I think it's like 80 or 60 or 75%, something like that. It's enough. Just to show, like, I don't have the best builds ever. And I mean, you guys are seeing the difference. And then we have Hyacine. For Cone. And then I will say traces are maxed out on every single character here. All of them. And another thing just to note, I have not maxed out EMC yet. We are just going to see her get better and better. So think about that way, is EMC hasn't even reached her full potential because she's E3. She's literally got 2 extra buffs in her kit coming here. Well, I guess 3 technically, but you guys are seeing. Yeah, see, like we were missing out on the extra vulnerability here. I think it's going to count as vulnerability. Seems like it will be. And this, an extra damage on the relation skill. So, yeah. Little bit of a lengthier video today, but I figured it was something that I really should be showcasing because, I mean, we have the freaking opportunity to power skill her in real time. Why would I not want to do that? Go to the World's Ends Tavern to end everything off. Yeah, the star of the show. They're all cheering for her. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this showcase, please do let me know in the comments down below what you did and did not like. If there's something I can improve on, or if maybe your favorite part of the showcase. I thought my favorite part personally, I think I already said it, is just the fact that we were able to see her scale up and power in real time, and this is not such an unrelatable team. Like, yes, the Silver Wolf herself is unrelatable currently because I feel like most of the failure base does not have E2 S1 Silver Wolf, but this is a very reasonable team to have. Like, eventually, this team will be very relatable for a lot of you. Again, I don't have Yao Guang. Some of y'all probably got Yao Guang, so maybe you can think about it as like, instead of it being a Eidolon for the Silver Wolf, you just got a Yao Guang, and now you're going to have even more uptime, so... Really, really fun video. I enjoyed it. Probably one of my favorite showcases so far, just because, I mean, I just enjoyed Silver Wolf a lot, and now I have every reason to freaking make her Insano mode